Everyone in the room laughed when the janitor sat down for the interview. Not quietly, not politely. They laughed out loud. Some people covered their mouths. Others didn't even try. A man in worn shoes, a faded uniform, hands rough from years of work, sitting among polished suits and confident smiles. He looked out of place. At least, that's what they believed. To them, it had to be a mistake, because janitors didn't belong in interviews. And they definitely didn't belong in boardrooms. But what they didn't know, what none of them knew, was that in just a few minutes, everything they believed about him and about themselves was about to change. Because when the CEO walked into the room, the laughter stopped. His name was Michael, and Michael had worked in that building for 17 years. 17 years of early mornings and late nights, before the sun rose, before the first employee arrived. Michael was already there, mopping floors, emptying trash, fixing what everyone else ignored. He knew the building better than anyone who worked inside it. Every flickering light, every broken hinge, every hallway where ambition walked past him without ever noticing. People didn't know his name. They never asked. They just said, "Hey, janitor." Or worse, they said nothing at all. Michael wasn't always a janitor. Years ago, he had worn suits too. Years ago, people listened when he spoke. But life has a way of changing plans. A business partner betrayed him, a company collapsed, and pride fell faster than money ever did. When everything was gone, Michael didn't look for sympathy. He looked for work. He took the janitor job, not because it was easy, but because it was honest. And while others climbed corporate ladders, Michael cleaned beneath them. Not bitter, not angry, just quiet, just observant. He noticed how people treated those they thought were beneath them. He listened to conversations meant only for important ears, and slowly, patiently, he learned everything. That morning was different. That morning, Michael wore his best shirt. He ironed it carefully, twice. He polished his shoes until the cracks reflected the light. When he walked into the interview room, the energy shifted. Eyes widened, brows lifted, whispers moved through the room like shadows. Is he lost? Did maintenance mess up again? Someone laughed. Michael didn't react. He didn't defend himself. He didn't explain. He simply sat down, folded his hands, and waited. The interview panel avoided his eyes. Papers shuffled. Someone cleared their throat. Finally, one interviewer spoke. "So, Michael, why exactly are you here today?" The emphasis on "you" was sharp, heavy. Michael smiled gently. "To listen," he said. Another laugh escaped the room. They believed he didn't belong there. What they didn't realize was that Michael had been waiting for this moment longer than any of them. Just then, the door opened. Footsteps echoed across the room. No one laughed now. No one spoke. Because the CEO had arrived. The CEO stopped the moment he saw Michael. Not in surprise, but in recognition. A slow smile spread across his face. "You're early," the CEO said. The room froze. He walked past the interview panel, past the stunned faces, and extended his hand. "Thank you," he said, "for taking such good care of my building all these years." No one breathed. A pen slipped from someone's hand. Another person swallowed hard. The CEO turned to the panel. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, "I'd like you to meet the founder of this company, Michael stood. No uniform, no badge, just calm confidence. "I wanted to see," Michael said, "how people behave when they think no one important is watching." He paused. "And today, I got my answer." Eyes dropped, faces flushed. The laughter from earlier now felt heavy, embarrassing. Some people lost their jobs that day, not because they lacked skill, but because they lacked respect. Michael didn't raise his voice. He didn't shame anyone. He simply reminded them of one truth: how you treat people when you think they don't matter shows exactly who you are. Michael never wanted power. He wanted perspective, and he proved something the world often forgets. Never look down on someone unless you're helping them up, because sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one with the greatest power. Respect is revealed in small moments. Subscribe for stories that remind us why it matters.